The Indians are here. Let's get out of Dodge. So this is the Kawasaki VN 800 Drifter. Now the reason it's called Drifter is not just because it's got terrible handling, it's because it's an Indian Chief tribute bike. So it's come out of the factory to look like a 1950s Indian Chief. I've done a few modifications to this, obviously. It's had some different paint done. It's got different pipes on it. Just various other bits and pieces. What we'll talk about in a little while. Oh, those pipes are sounding lush. Handling, well, as long as you take it easy, it's pretty good. But you hit a white line on it, and then you can be in a bit of trouble. It gets a little bit shaky. Just got a fly in my eye. One of the perils of riding with your visor open. That's it. Let's shut the visor down after the event. It's just got that lovely burble to it. If you went any slower, madam, you would be going backwards. So here we go down Alresford High Street, and we go through a little village called Cheriton. And for all you metal detectorists out there, this is where the Cheriton stators come from. And then wind down the 272, and we'll see how busy Loomies is. So okay, let's do a left here. We're following this Merc, so we're gonna have to get past them, I guess. Speed bump, because we can't do the ride at 20 miles an hour. Let's drop back a bit, because you know what we got to do under the tunnels, guys. Oh yeah, great. So let's go back to the VN 800 Drifter. Well, when it was brought out as an Indian tribute bike, Indian got a little bit upset about it because it was too good of a replica. And I've been told, how reliable the information is I don't know, that Indian actually took Kawasaki to court, or they were threatening to, because there were too many similarities. Ah, good, you're turning right. So when these drifters were produced, they weren't produced in a great quantity, so it's not very often you see these in the UK. Most of them went to the US. Yeah, too far, slow down. Thank you for telling me about that. Now this engine is bitching a little bit because it's not been run for 6 months. And I put some fuel in it, which is designed for standing in your tank. It's a zero ethanol fuel, so it's basically lawnmower fuel, but it doesn't gum up like the ethanol fuel does. But it just makes the engine a little bit bitchy, a little bit poppy. Nice little bridge here, just make sure there's no tractors coming over it. No, it'll be good. Pump back bridge. And just to the right there's a nice little stream runs through the village. This is a gorgeous little village. I absolutely love it. So this is Cheriton in Hampshire, UK. 1974 MG Midget. Well, it was. Okay. Let's just drop it down a gear. Just tickle around this bend. Yeah, here we go. So this is a bike I don't think I will sell for quite some time because, like I say, the grin factor is amazing. Plus, if you go to a bike night or something like that, you can park this in amongst a bunch of Harleys and everyone's looking at this one. Simply because they don't know what it is. They think it's like an Indian Chief, which is in really good condition. But although this looks like it's, oh, we've got a backfire then. Although this engine looks like it's air cooled because it's got the fins and that, it's actually water cooled. It's got a radiator tucked behind everything. So there's a new place just opened up opposite. I think it's a franchise. It's called Caffeine and Machine. It's where people go and show their cars and show their bikes, and I think they even get charged for showing them. Here we go. Loomies, not too bad at all. Perhaps the threat of thunderstorms is keeping everyone away. Backfiring the bastard. There's the old British bikes there, look. So there it is. It's the Kawasaki Indian tribute bike known as the Drifter VN 800. And there you can kind of see that the monoshock configuration there just makes it look like a rigid, doesn't it? Whereas the 1500's got the shock absorbers, it doesn't look quite as authentic. But the problem is, because this whole mudguard lifts up and down with the suspension, you need a lot of fresh air down there to compensate for the movement. I think you guys have probably guessed now that I absolutely love this bike. You've got the little radiator on the front, which gives adequate cooling, but the fins make it look like an air-cooled bike. And I say, I've got these straight through pipes on it with homemade baffles in just to settle it down a bit. And there's the single seat I was talking about, a lovely addition to this bike. I'll try and post a picture of it with the dual seat on, and it looks absolutely awful. Nice 748 Ducati there. Beautiful bikes. Till we come to service them. All clear, let's go. Nice little chomping tick over on this. Blub, 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 blub. Lovely. If this video has brought you any entertainment or value, I'll post another video in the top corner what I think you'll enjoy. That's it guys, thanks for watching. Bye for now.